In a quiet jungle, there lived a young tiger named Coco. Coco was not like other tigers. He was curious, playful, and always loved to explore. But Coco had one problem. He didn't like to listen to anyone, not even his mother, who was the wisest tiger in the jungle. One sunny morning, Coco's mother called him over. "Coco, come here," she said with a serious tone. "There is something important I need to tell you." Coco ran to his mother, his tail swishing happily. "What is it, mother?" he asked. "Listen carefully," she began. "There is a place called the Forbidden Forest. It is very dangerous. You must never, ever go there. Promise me, Coco." Coco's ears perked up. The name Forbidden Forest sounded exciting. He had never heard of it before. "What's so dangerous about it?" he asked. "The forest is full of traps set by humans," his mother explained. "There are also wild animals that are not friendly. It is no place for young tigers like you. Promise me you won't go there." Coco sighed and nodded. "I promise, mother." But deep inside, Coco's curiosity was already growing. He couldn't stop thinking about the Forbidden Forest. Days passed, and Coco couldn't get the Forbidden Forest out of his mind. What could be so dangerous, he wondered. I'm a tiger. I'm strong and brave. I can handle anything. One day, while playing near the edge of the jungle, Coco saw an old monkey sitting on a tree branch. The monkey was munching on a ripe mango. Coco decided to ask him about the Forbidden Forest. "Hey, old monkey," Coco called out. "Have you ever been to the Forbidden Forest?" The monkey's eyes widened. He dropped his mango. "Why would you want to go there?" the monkey asked. "It's dangerous. Only fools go there, and most never return." "But why?" Coco pressed. "What's inside?" The monkey shook his head. "Traps, hunters, and strange creatures," he said. "Stay away, young tiger. Take my advice." But instead of scaring Coco, the monkey's words only made him more curious. One cloudy afternoon, while his mother was out hunting, Coco made up his mind. "I'll just take a quick look," he thought. "No one will know." Coco followed the trail that led to the Forbidden Forest. The jungle slowly changed as he walked. The trees grew taller and darker. The air became cold and heavy. Strange sounds echoed around him. Finally, Coco reached the edge of the Forbidden Forest. He hesitated for a moment. Should I turn back? He wondered, but his curiosity was too strong. He took a deep breath and stepped inside. At first, everything seemed fine. The forest was quiet, the trees were thick, and the ground was covered with soft moss. Coco sniffed the air. He didn't smell any danger. Maybe the stories were wrong, he thought. This place isn't scary at all. But as he went deeper, things began to change. He heard strange rustling noises. The shadows seemed to move. Coco felt like he was being watched. Suddenly, Coco smelled something delicious. It was the scent of fresh meat. His stomach growled. He followed the smell and found a big piece of meat lying on the ground. It looked fresh and juicy. What luck, Coco thought. I must be the luckiest tiger in the jungle. But as he stepped closer, snap! A metal trap clamped around his paw. Coco roared in pain. The trap was strong, and he couldn't pull his paw free. Coco struggled and struggled, but it was no use. The more he moved, the tighter the trap seemed to hold. Why didn't I listen to Mother, he thought, tears streaming down his face. I should have stayed away. Hours passed and Coco grew tired. He was scared and in pain. The forest grew darker, and strange noises surrounded him. He heard growls, hisses, and footsteps. Coco realized he was in serious trouble. Just when Coco thought all hope was lost, he heard a familiar voice. "Coco! Coco, where are you?" It was his mother. "Mother, help me!" Coco cried. His mother appeared, her eyes full of worry. She saw the trap and quickly worked to free him. With her strong teeth and claws, she managed to break the trap. Coco's paw was bleeding, but he could walk. "What were you thinking, Coco?" his mother scolded. "I told you not to come here. Do you see now why it's dangerous?" Coco lowered his head in shame. "I'm sorry, Mother. I thought I was strong enough. I should have listened to you." His mother sighed and nuzzled him. "I'm just glad you're safe. Let's go home." From that day on, Coco changed. He became a wiser tiger. He listened to his mother and stayed away from dangerous places. He also warned other animals about the Forbidden Forest. Coco learned that being curious is not a bad thing, but it's important to listen to those who care about you. His paw healed, but the lesson he learned stayed with him forever. And so, Koko lived happily and safely in the jungle, always remembering the day he learned to listen the hard way.